Hey, this is Kurt the Boat Doctor out here in this 210 searunner. Beautiful boat, isn't it? Beautiful. Nice. Got suspension seats, got swivels, armrests, locks, tilt up, that's a lever there. Sliders. Adjustment right here for weight. These are a lot easier, and these work good. And I like, one thing I like about the hewescrafts, they use like a guard, like these cushions, which a lot of them don't. So they got your scissors right here, your mounts, and boy, if you put your finger in there by accident, it'll chop your finger right off. Storage there. Now I normally don't do this, and you got grab handles here and grab handles back there. You got a backdrop, but my job is to take these boats out. That's what I do. Test them, make sure they're propped right, make sure you got good water flow, make sure they perform, how well they handle, and write down any issues. Because there's nothing worse than have the customer come down, or on the weekend when I'm not there, they pick up the boat, and I don't care if they're new, I don't care if they're used or well taken care of. Sometimes some of the boats we get on consignment, some are like not one thing wrong with them, but typically there's always something. So that way I can get it, look at it, I can write it to get it fixed, and hopefully they fix it. That way when you come down, you don't have to worry about it. I've had some that could have been, that happened to me, and it's better to happen to me than you, especially if you never had a boat and you're going out in the jetty or going near some rocks or a hazardous area and have your steering not work. And then what do I do? What do I do? That's just, I'm out in here, so I always look for 3 ways out before I even leave the dock. I look for an anchor system, no anchor system. So I do have an anchor I carry. When I'm in the bay, I'm not too worried, just so I'm away from the jetty, because I can follow the current and tend when I can get back just by getting in the current. Anyway, then I got the main motor, so I said, okay, I don't have no get back. I mean, that goes, I got to just figure out when I'm running it. What I'll do is, like, say the current's going in, I'll run up the bay, so if it dies I can drift back. So I always give it about 40 minutes. If everything works still in 40 minutes, I'm good to go. But normally I don't do this. I like to run them out, check everything, and then do a video. But we're gonna go from ground floor. Okay, we're gonna trim it down. And I took the motor stop off the back, the lever. Okay, now here, there is a higher pitch. So if you hear that when you're starting to lower it and you hear like a little drop, I would suggest you go until you hear that thud, then go ahead and start it, then trim it the rest of the way down. The reason is, if you do what I'm doing now, trimming that motor down, that takes a lot of juice. So if I caught that before it's trimming, so you're thinking you got good battery power, right? But if I trim that thing down and I hear that when I first start trimming it, I want to start that as soon as I can, so just so that intake's in the water. Because if you keep going all the way down, then you go to start, it goes click, you took every bit of juice out. So, and that just because you could have left something on. There's your tack, there's your trim, your fuel, your speeding and working until we're going. Putting out like all your 14.1. Live well, I'm going to hit this one. I'm going to put on the nav light. I'm going to turn on the courtesy lights. Yeah, that should work. Live well. And then horn bilge. I'm just going to try it. Now these got auto bilge pumps too. I normally did that on the bigger boats. Now I'm going to see here. Yeah, see, we got water coming in. Plumbing the system. Now I can also shut that off from right here too. Fish box, that's good. That means I don't have no water coming in there. Okay, I'm going to bring this here, and then I'm going to turn this valve here. Yeah, that works. Shut that off. So now if I shut this off, no water's going to come in when I go down the water. So I'm going to put that back on. That's a double safety. There's your light. Okay, battery I showed you. I turned on the battery back there. I'm going to look back. Good water flow coming out. We're good to go there. Ladder's up. If you forget the ladder, you're going to know. You're going to lose a little bit of speed, but you're going to get water spraying inside the boat. I'm going to put this right here, an extra root beer. You never know, I could get stranded. And then when they're brand new, I'm going to shut off the nav light, courtesy light, live well. I pop it in gear. Yep. because sometimes they can have that not hooked up, or it can be hooked up backwards, or they can put the wrong prop. They could put a left hand instead of a right hand, and if I go forward, I'm going reverse. So I always check that. I check the steering too. And here's another thing you can do, is to see if you got air. A lot of people run their boats for quite a while, and they, you know, there's some slop, and they just figure it's normal, but it's not normal. So then if you bleed the steering, they come out and they drive the boat. Wow, what a difference. But the way you can check, center that motor, put your hand right up on top right here, look back, turn the motor really slow. See that motor's turning? Turning. See, so that's okay. So then I'm going to bring it back here. I'm going to see it's turning. Another way is go hard to the left like this, and then help it out a little bit. Put your hand here, look at the motor. See, that could, see how I'm like a half rotation off. This could be bled. Okay, so I better make that my note. It's okay, but you should only be able to turn the wheel like this, and that motor should turn. This ain't too bad, but say I went there, and then I put my hand here and I go to turn. Yeah, there's a little air in there, but here and here that motor should turn. Okay, now I'm going to turn the wind's going to push me into the north or the south dock. It's a north wind, so I turn that a little bit to get ready to go out that way. And then this is what I'm saying with these right here. I don't have to get out of the boat. I can just go like this, drop it, bring that back in like this, and of course I got a bonus because the wind is, and then you got to make sure this comes here, so you can grab that out, make a wrap around it, bring in the slack like this, and like this. And I don't take the bumpers out until I get away from the dock. I turn this, I put it in gear, and slow as she goes. Then I spin it the other way. There you go. Just spin on out. Then as I go, then I put this into neutral. I turn the wheel the other way. Just put in gear. And that should pretty much just spin you like it is. Now this is just into gear right now. So I'm going to hit this troll button right here. I'm going to hit set. See, I'm at 600. I'm going to tap that. Should go to 650. Which it did. Tap it again, should go to 700. Now what I'm going to see is on the speed. The bigger motors, you can use that to speed up or slow down for salmon, but the smaller motors on a bigger boat ain't going to do it. Like a T25 or a 15 or 99. If you're trying to do it out in the ocean, no. So then I'm going to hit this again. There's 700. I'm doing 3.2. Go up again, 750. This should go up to 1,000. See how fast we're going? Now the smaller motors won't do this. 850. So about an 850, 900 RPM. We're doing 4.6. So I'm going to slow it down to about as low as I can go, is about 600. So now I'm at 3.2. So see, that slowed it down a whole mile an hour. There's 600, 3.2. But of course we're still got forward momentum. See what happens here in a second. It should drop it down to 3 and even 2.5. But see, that makes it nice. Now all boats have a vibration to them. just so you know. And they're normally like about, say, 700 to about 1,000 or 900 or 1,000 RPMs. Then that vibration goes away. Every boat's different. Some do it at 1,300, some do it at 5,800, some do it at 6,000. But you'll see right there, I'm down to 3.2. If I want to cancel, I can just hit this, and that brings that off, and then I can hide it. It goes bye-bye. And then right now, we can do six at 3 miles an hour, so less than that, say we're doing about 2. Let's kick this thing down. And this is your fuel flow at 6.8 miles to a gallon at that, at 3.2, 0.05 on gallons per hour. So I'm just gonna put this in gear again. And I'm gonna hit troll. See, now see how slow we're going? I'm gonna hit set. So we're doing about 2.5 right now. And we're only burning 6.6 miles to the gallon and 0.4 gallons an hour. Okay, at 3 miles an hour. Now what we're gonna do is bump this up to tuna. Now while this is doing this, I can come back, pull in the bumper because I'm away from the dock. Pull that in, kick that there. And this is what's nice about having a hard top. I can sit here, open up the screen, steer where I need to go, push ahead, pull back on that lever. Ah, boy, that's